So I'll just walk you through who we are and where we came from, because where we came from is certainly, to a certain extent, where you are now and where you might be going in the future. So we started really in the 19th century as a risk management exchange for the agricultural sector. Just as we've been discussing slightly earlier, it's the transfer of risk from farmers to processors that gave birth to this revolution in futures, which really started in Chicago in the 19th century. And we moved from the guys at the top, who are shouting the numbers, down to the big floor, which only recently closed, and then on now to the giant servers, everything moving electronically. So this was the evolution of the risk management process. Now, I'm passionate about the role of exchanges in development. I believe that exchanges stand at the center of most economic systems, and without a powerful exchange, a strong exchange, it's very difficult for you to move forward, particularly in commodities, where the price is so opaque, but also in interest rates, in foreign exchange, in equity indexes. In all these areas, an exchange is fundamental. I'm going to focus on commodities. The key with commodities is that they are so different every time, and there is so much risk. A commodity can move so quickly and so dramatically that it can lead to bankruptcies. You need a strong exchange at the center of that. Now, Ukraine has great potential, and it's making great progress already with my colleagues on the left. Particularly on the energy and on the equity side, we're seeing a lot of progress. It's an area that's of great interest to our customers. We get a lot of inquiries about agricultural products, about natural gas. We're looking at some things ourselves. There are a huge amount of opportunities as development takes place, but there are also limiting factors. The key factor always, and this is where the exchange can play such an important role, is transparency. Price reporting and price benchmarks. So the key is always to develop the benchmarks first. So to this point, you need a price benchmark. What is the value of Black Sea corn today? Difficult. There's not one single number. What's the price of corn in Chicago today? I can check that on my phone now. I can see that on the phone, I can see it on Reuters. Various work streams. So if this was my project now, to develop, for example, a Black Sea corn contract or a sunflower oil contract, I would be looking at the commercial side, the operational side, and the regulatory side. Those would be my three work streams. This is how we operate. So commercially, is there a need in the market? Will people pay money? Absolutely, there's a need in the market. Banks want to know before they lend, what's the value of this product? Farmers, processors, they all want to know the value and they want to manage their risk. So yeah, commercially, I don't see there's a problem. Operationally, what are we going to do? Are we going to develop a cash benchmark that settles to an index? Or are we going to settle physically? Are we going to deliver the product in a location, at a terminal, at a grain elevator, at a port? So we kind of make those decisions. What kind of size of product? What kind of specification? So that's the operational stream that we have to solve. And then thirdly would be the regulatory stream. Who will be able to trade this product? Who's qualified? Who is licensing the product? Are banks able to trade it? Or is it just physical players? Are we going to restrict it? Is the regime from your regulator sufficient that an international participant will want to trade it? Or will it be domestic? So that would be my third work stream, is figuring out the regulatory side of it. How is that going to play out? Because in order to become a major benchmark, it has to be more than domestic. It has to be accessed by international players. They have to be confident to trade into your jurisdiction. So that's a very important part. So I'm conscious of time. I could talk about this for weeks. I've spent years thinking about this. But in the interest of sharing the microphone, fundamentally, build benchmarks. From benchmarks, everything flows. Secondly, build strong exchanges. Strong exchanges that work domestically, but strong exchanges that work for international audience. Through that, I don't see any reason why you can't replicate the success that Chicago has had as a commodity trading centre. Benchmarks and then exchanges at the heart of all economic development. Thank you very much.